Hi สวัสดีครับ My name is Pisate Virangabutra. You can call me Ajarn Jett. My field of research expertise is actually in design research. Actually, my background is industrial design, or in certain places they call it product design. And when you design products, you need to understand the needs of the people. And that was the starting point for me to get into that design research, because design research is about understanding people's needs. And what we're doing now is about social innovation. And anything that involves social innovation, you need to understand people's needs. And that's how I got into this area of design research. People are fascinating. And when you do this, you need to talk to a lot of different people. And that's what I love about doing design research, because you get to meet so many different people. You can understand their lives, their pains, and their delights. And that really excites me, because we're designing for them and we're creating impact for people. And that excites me about what I'm doing. Okay, because of my design background, and currently what I'm working on is design for justice, specifically child-friendly justice systems. And it's really exciting because it's a growing area in Thailand, and looking at how can we improve the experience for people coming in contact with the justice system in Thailand. And we get to work on many different levels and talk to different people from service providers, as in the government, or citizens, to understand their pains and their delights again. And one of the projects that we worked on was access to justice for inmates. And what we found was that oral care is very important to them, because there's no system of oral care in prisons, and that's why they're not eating. It's not about food taste, but it's actually about how they look after their mouth. Good question. Because we start with understanding real world first, and understanding needs and problems from the real world, and then we design for it. So we start with the world, and we discover the unmet need so that we can design for that need, which is new. It doesn't exist. So it's the way that you discover all these things that you find those needs. And that's where the impact comes from. So I use design research. And when you say design research, it means like we research to understand something so we can design for it. But people get the wrong perception when you say design research, because they think design in this sense means to paint a beautiful picture, to create beautiful graphics or beautiful products. And that's our challenge for us, to actually educate people that what we do is not about end product, but actually it's about the design process, that we understand the needs of people in order for us to design. And that's one of the biggest obstacles to actually get people to understand that we're not just designing beautiful things, but we're actually understanding people so that we can improve their experiences. There's a big difference between theory and practice, because in practice, sometimes theory cannot apply. So I focus on getting students to go out and talk to people and learn about their lives, and bring that back and redesign something. And in class, we focus on active learning. So 20% lecture, 80% hands-on. So when you're hands-on, you actually learn much more. And collaborative work. We do a lot of collaborative work, because in real life, you actually don't work alone. You work with other people. And how do you make that work in class? And how do you simulate that working experience at the same time in touch with the real world? When projects arise, I invite students to help do the research with the research team so they can actually learn real-world experiences and learn from the research team in order for them to realize what they've learned actually could be applied to real-world situations. And that's how I engage students. Because what I do is design research, and design research focuses on human experiences. And everyday life is human experience. And I think that's very, very important because it's living experience, it's everyday life. And that's what we want to understand, human experiences in every facade. So if you can do that, you can do anything and everything because everything goes back to people. Doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what you design, doesn't matter what sort of business that you are trying to create, it goes back to the who. Eat a bit more, read a bit more, travel a bit more, and say hi to a stranger once in a while. That's it. Asking questions. And always remember that the first question should be who, not what, not why, but who. So we can understand them and create the what and the why. That's it.